And just like that, we are back in an even emptier than usual Port Columbus terminal. Yes, apparently Wednesday at noon is not a popular time to fly, especially to New York, which is where I'll first be heading before heading on to Madrid, Spain. So, well, this will not be one of my typical far-flung adventures. It should still be a pretty good one. We're going to be hitting all the major tourist spots in Europe: Madrid, London, Copenhagen, Paris, Rome, Milan, maybe Zurich, all over the next month and a half. So yeah, join me as we take on Europe in the midst, or hopefully at the tail end, of the pandemic. And a mere 20-ish hours later, I'm in Madrid, Spain. So you can see, very bedraggled. Literally just got to this lovely hotel room at Hostel Barrera. Based on the size of it, I would say money does not go quite as far in central Madrid as it did in Estonia, Latvia, and Lithuania, but that was to be expected. Any case, room's very nice, very clean. Got a nice view onto a street. So now, probably gonna have to, take a shower, get myself presentable, and then maybe see a couple sites today. I feel pretty well rested considering I got an hour of sleep, so we're going for it. All right, folks, we finally made it to Retiro Park. Now, I won't lie to you, I overslept. It's one of those things where I kept hitting snooze and ended up lasting 4 hours, but still plenty of sunlight, plenty of time to enjoy this beautiful day in Madrid at Retiro Park. So what is Retiro Park? Am I pronouncing it correctly? I don't know, but I do actually know the answer to the first question. Retiro Park was once part of the Spanish monarchy's grounds, so it's sort of similar to Tiergarten in Berlin. In the late, I want to say 1800s, they switched into a public park where plenty of people come to enjoy a nice green space in Madrid on days like today. If this park is Tiergarten, then this must be the Siegessäule. A little bit smaller though. One thing I've already noticed, and this is going to sound like I'm complaining, I'm actually not, I think it's pretty cool, but the English literacy rate seems to be a lot lower here in Spain than it is in some other European countries. Cab driver didn't speak any English. Luckily I got a bit of Spanish to get us through. I just heard someone giving directions in the park to a couple of Americans who they didn't understand anything. So they were talking right past each other. Yeah, I guess I'm surprised, pleasantly surprised. Like I've said in past videos, I really don't mind if a country has its own, don't mind, I actually support if a country has its own language. It doesn't just switch to English automatically, so it's cool. Spain, keep up the good work. I believe up here we have some sort of greenhouse for the palace. It's right over there, but I'm almost afraid that this could be the palace itself, so we got to get a closer look. This just cracks me up. It's like dragon mallards. It's all the way around the outside. I guess it switches here, but around a lot of the outside. Up ahead of us we have the Crystal Palace, the Palacio de Cristo. It's one of the big highlights in the park. It's today been converted into a museum for art. And you can kind of see from the outside looking in, it's a lot of statues, wooden statues. So not my cup of tea, but it's a very pretty building from the outside. That's cool, we got the aquatic trees. One thing I'm absolutely floored by is how much more energy there is in Madrid than there was you know, when I was traveling just 6 months ago. I'm sure the other thing that's made the park a lot livelier is that it is a much nicer day right now here in Madrid than it ever was when I was in the Baltics. It's 64-ish degrees, it's sunny, so I'm sure that's part of it as well, but it's just blown away. Finally, we've reached the giant man-made pond in the middle of the park. Now, I did not imagine, based on looking at maps, that it was big enough to row boats on, but there are plenty of people out here proving me wrong. Seems like a nice enough area to hang out. If you like fountains, then by God should you come to Retiro Park. They're everywhere. Yet another fountain, the fountain of the Galapagos. So now we're standing on the monument to Alfonso XII of Spain. So this was supposed to represent Spanish nationalism, patriotism. Started at the turn of the century. Now, one thing I can't convey through the camera is smell. And let me tell you, this park smells like the dankest weed right now. It is actually amazing that no one's been arrested, since I'm pretty sure marijuana is not legal in Spain. And then directly across from the monument, just down that way, we have another monument to Spanish patriotism. So this one is dedicated to General Martinez Campos, and also looks like veterans of foreign wars, or maybe celebrating his involvement in those wars, because it lists campaigns in Africa, Cuba, you know, foreign locales. I think the park probably looks nicer when there are actual roses on these rose bushes. Looks a little barren right now. Still very peaceful. But I think maybe lacking a little bit of the wow factor. And here we have a stray cat. It's like I'm back in Puerto Rico all over again. Even the trash cans in the park have a great aesthetic. It's quite a park. Nice mix of people relaxing and actual touristy things to do. There are even some basketball courts. I did not lace up because I don't need to sprain my ankle in a foreign country, but... And across the street we have a preview of coming attractions, the Museo Del Prado, which is an art museum, but it seems like a lot of the things to do in Madrid are art museums, so I'm breaking my rule. I'm gonna go to one, maybe I'll like it more, maybe I've matured. But yeah, I think that's it from Retiro Park. And we'll do a nice little shot from the outside. That was Retiro Park. Madrid really has a distinctive style, which I quite like. I mean, obviously the Spanish style house or the roofing is a dead giveaway, but I noticed it driving in as well. I don't feel like you could mistake Madrid for like Paris or London or anything like that. It's got its own thing going. And the back side of the Prado. Well, the door said it's a research center, which is concerning. I'll have to check later. In any case, very nice from the outside. Turns out I did in fact screw up. So this one is the Art Museum Prado. The other one is a research center. Sadly, looks like it's being renovated from the outside. But I'm sure the art on the inside is still stellar. I'm hoping desperately that's not the line to get into the museum, but I'm fearing it is. Apparently it's a popular spot. This church rocks. I have zero idea what it is. Need a closer look. On closer inspection, looks like it's a real functioning church. So, don't know if I'll be able to shoot inside. I guess we'll see. That is the Church of San Geronimo de Real. It's really pretty unique the way they mixed in sort of the brick with the stone. Unlike anything I've ever seen. It is sort of an indeterminate age though, because the support structure, support beams, look a lot newer than the rest of the church. So I don't know if that's a fake aged effect on the rest of it or whether parts of it were renovated and repaired. Hard to say, but still very pretty. And they allowed me to film inside, so hey, it's my favorite kind of church.